before the show starts. Hi, everybody. We're a couple of minutes. We thought we'd just get the show started a couple of minutes early.
Hi,
Eric
everybody.
here. Eric here from Bonjoro and Anca from SocialBee, the bear and the bee.
Yes. It sounds like a joke, right? Sounds like a good joke.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The bear and the bee. I think we make a good partnership. At least our logos do.
Definitely.
Definitely, definitely. We were talking about driving um, in Bucharest, and if anybody's ever driven in Bucharest, you'll know what I'm talking about. How it's like the Hunger
Chaotic.
Games. You get in your car and it's like live or die, right? You got to be focused. You got to have your game on, and there's nothing relaxing about driving in the city. So if you have ever driven in a city that you think compares, feel free to write it in the chat room.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I'm curious where everyone's logging in from.
Yeah, let us know. I'm calling in from Bucharest, Romania, and
Napoca, Romania, in Transylvania, actually.
South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina. Beautiful, beautiful part of the country over there. I've been to Raleigh, and then I went to on the Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina. Beautiful drive. Turkey. All right, marhaba, marhaba. Yeah, Turkey. I've been to Cappadocia. Great time in Cappadocia and Istanbul. I loved it. Have you been to Turkey, Anka?
I haven't, although I should. One of my best friends lives there, so I definitely need to visit.
Yeah, no, it's great. I definitely want to go back. I hear the beaches and the resorts are quite something. We've
Yeah.
got Brent from Calgary, from Canada. I hear that's a beautiful part of the country up there. Joseph in Ohio. Yeah, Ohio. I've been there once. I think P&G, Procter and Gamble's there. I think I went for an interview a long time ago in Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, of course, LeBron James, right? Cleveland.
Yeah.
Ben in San Fran, another beautiful city, San Fran. Vancouver, Johnny in Vancouver. I think that is the most beautiful cosmopolitan city in North America, Vancouver. I went there for a long weekend, walked around Anca. It's really nice. They have this park called Stanley Park.
I
It's
wish
just
it were that easy for me to go. I still have to go get a visa and, travel 10,000 miles or how much. It's too much.
Well, it's not easy for me because I'm over here in this part of the world now. But
Yeah.
I've heard great things about Cluj. I really want to go to Cluj. I heard it's like
You
the tech.
should. You
I heard it's
should.
like the
I'll take
Silicon Valley. Yeah, I heard it's like the Silicon Valley of like Central and Eastern Europe. So I
It
definitely want to
is.
go.
It is. And it's also very historic, and there's a lot of cool things that you can see. So, for instance, there's a lot of legends. There's obviously a lot of vampire references and Dracula references going around. So it's really fun.
Yeah, no, I
Mhm.
definitely will make it up there now that I'm here now. We got Patty in London. Nice. Notting
Now that's one
Hill.
I know. That's one I've been to.
London, that's the city, probably the greatest city. Blue Ridge Parkway, yes, absolutely. I loved that drive when I was up there. It was fantastic. Toronto, all right. How you doing, Joanna? And Jim from Omaha, Nebraska. Lena from Vancouver. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. If you're just joining in right now, we're just getting started. Feel free to write in the chat room where you're dialing in from. This is Eric from Bonjoro. We've got
And
Anca from SocialBee here, and Sweden, Tampa. All right, we got people from all over the globe,
all over
Anca.
the world, yeah, which is
Yeah,
perfect.
this is exciting. This is exciting. So we're going to talk tonight about how to get more shoppers through social channels. And once you get those shoppers, we're going to talk about how to turn them into super fans. And so let me go ahead and get the presentation started here, Anka. We can just do
Mhm.
a quick intro here.
Yeah,
Let's see here. Okay, go ahead.
that's me. And I have the same T-shirt. Hi everyone, I'm Anca. I'm a customer success specialist at SocialBee. We're a social media management tool that can help you, I'm gonna say, gain more leads with less effort, simply because it helps It helps you be consistent with your social media. It helps you create your content, schedule your content, and analyze your content for better results and for quicker results, I might say. And my role here at SocialBee is to guide people like you guys to make the most out of the platform and out of your social media marketing strategy. So whenever you're feeling lost, hit me up. I'm here to help at any point. And about SocialBee, here are a few key features that we offer. So basically, it helps you post content for your social media networks faster. And I'm talking everything from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Google My Business, and our newest integration, which is LinkedIn. No, it's TikTok. Sorry, it's 9 p.m. here, so there might be there might be a little mix-ups in my head going around. But so a few key features of SocialBee are the fact that you can create posts from scratch. You can use integrations like Canva, like short links, Bitly, for instance. You have several key features that can help you schedule your content, customize your content, and also organize your content so that it's easier for you to work with a team. It's easier to work with different networks. It's basically all overall easier for you to do your job.
Yeah, I think you guys are going to really like this. Those that are coming in from Bonjoro and are not familiar with SocialBee, I started playing around with the tool a couple of months ago and was blown away at the scheduling features and the calendar and just how organized you can have your social posting and strategy in place. And so once I saw the power of that, I was like, oh, we got to do some sort of co-webinar here because this is fantastic. I think a lot of people in our community are going to like this. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Eric Nocher from Bonjour. I'm the partnership ambassador from Bonjour. I'm the cute one right there. If you see that little picture right there, I
The
am
little
a
one, right?
the little one. That's right. That's right. I am a Texan now living in Bucharest, Romania. So, as Anca said, it's 9 p.m. here, but that's okay. We do calls like this all the time.
Mhm.
And I like playing tennis. I'm not that good. I'm mediocre, as I tell people. And on the side, I've got a fun podcast where I interview startup founders from all over Europe, and I have a lot of fun with that. About Bonjoro, if you're not familiar with Bonjoro, it's a video email tool. It allows you to very quickly and easily record and send a personal video either through your desktop or your mobile phone at the perfect moment. So, what do I mean by the perfect moment? So, let's say somebody signs up for your newsletter, right? If that happens, you can get a notification on your phone and you can quickly record a video and send it out. Or if you have an e-commerce store, maybe through Shopify, somebody makes a new purchase, you can get a notification and then quickly send out a personal video, right?
Cute.
Or maybe you're running a course like on Thinkific or something. Somebody signs up for one of your courses and you want to just welcome that student, then you get a notification and you can send out that video. So we have integrations with all kinds of tech stacks. And then we've got a lot of other cool features that I'm going to share with you later on, as well as some customer success stories. So that's a little bit about myself and Bonjour. For this presentation, the first half is going to be all about Anca and SocialBee. So I'll let her start off with that, and then we'll talk a little bit about Juro, and then of course we'll open it up for Q&A after that. So with that said, Anca,
So
feel free to
less
take it
about
away.
me, less about me, more about how you can get more customers through your social media, and then a little bit about SocialBee as well, because those two go hand in hand very well. So in my half of the show, we're going to talk you through how, or actually three strategies on how you can get more leads out of your social media strategy so that you can make it more efficient. Now, before I start, all I want to say is that if you have any questions, because I'm not going to be looking at the chat, if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask them in the Ask a Question section. I'm not sure exactly where that is, Eric, but because I can't see it, but I'm sure it's there.
Or just put it in the chat room. I'm watching it. So if I see a
Oh,
question, I'll go ahead and just interject here and let you know.
perfect. Awesome. Okay, let's get started. Let's talk a bit about how you can get more out of your social media. And the first thing is quite obvious, although there is a little warning sign on it. I've said there, maintain a consistent flow of promotional posts, which is, of course, very important. You need to promote your business. However, you shouldn't do just that. So when it comes to social media, not social B, you need to create a content mix, kind of. So when you're thinking of the pillars that are in your content strategy, you should have one of the pillars be a promotional, and then you should also have several other pillars that you can use throughout your strategy, throughout your week even. But let's focus on the promotional part because we're here to get sales, right? So with the promotional posts, they need to showcase your product, they need to showcase your services, and make sure that your audience learns more about what is it that you do, so that they know you, and whenever they have a need for your product or service, you're the first thing that comes to mind. This doesn't necessarily have to be immediate though. So I've added a few tips on how you can improve your promotional content. One thing that should always be first when you think about promotional is your visual. Think of it this way: if you're on your lunch break and you're scrolling mindlessly through Instagram, what are you going to stop at? Something that catches your eye. And that's why visuals are very important. And then another thing that's very, very mandatory, in my opinion, is a call to action and a link. Now, with Instagram, links are not really possible, but for Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of these platforms allow you to share a link. And it's very, very useful for your audience to know what you want them to do through the call to action, the CTA, and also where you want them to do it: on a landing page, on a calendar page if you want them to book a call, on the product page if you want them to purchase a water bottle. I'm just grabbing random objects and giving them as examples. You should also be mindful of the customer challenges or pain points. So if I'm going to the water bottle example here, what you can do is, instead of pushing the water bottle in your audience's eyes, you can just create the problem, or actually state the problem, because it exists already. You're not drinking enough water. We know. Here's how you can drink more. Get a water bottle that you like. That way you'll reach for it more often than you would normally. And it doesn't necessarily need to specify your product, or my water bottle in this case. It just needs to state the need for that product. And then whenever they need the product itself, the first thing that comes to mind is yours. And I hope that makes sense. And obviously, one thing that works very well with generating sales, with generating leads, is giving an incentive, incentivizing your audience to do something about it. And you can do that through a discount. You can do that through a free trial if you're on a service. You can do it with free delivery. You can even do it with giveaways and contests if you need to. But keep in mind that you should, every once in a while, use some sort of incentive for your audience to try your product, especially if it's a new audience that hasn't tried your product or your service yet. This is a very good option.
Anca, I like that example with the get a water bottle that you like. I think my problem is that I'm drinking too much coffee, because I've got like a favorite, coffee cup that I'm drinking all the time because I like it. I like looking at it. And so maybe I just need to hide that. Get a crappy coffee cup, so maybe I drink less caffeine in my situation.
I don't know. This example with the water bottle is what helped me drink more water.
Gotcha.
Which is why I grab it all the time.
Okay.
So to sum it all up, you can create your content pillars. One of them needs to be promotional in order for you to promote your business. And you can do that best with a system that allows you to organize your content into categories. And SocialBee does just that. It basically helps you with creating categories that suit your business. We also I've included a screenshot there, and I can also share my screen. But basically, we also have a few preset categories. Let me see if I can share my screen here real quick. There we go. Can you see my screen? I think this is the question of the century. Can you see my screen? I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. Yes, awesome, perfect. So I'm into the categories here in SocialBee, and what you can see here is that we have two main systems that you can use: a queue-based system for those time-sensitive posts that you want to go and post once in a while, like a Merry Christmas, a Happy Easter, things like that. And you have the option to create as many categories as you need to make sure that it works for you. One of those pillars will always have to be promotional, but then on top of that, you can use educational content, you can use curated content from other sources that also provide some more authority to your audience, in front of your audience actually, and you can create whatever you need to in order to create the perfect content mix for your audience. Now, if I'm going back here, and I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for a second, and I'm going back to the presentation. There we go. So if I'm going back here, back to the water bottle example, this could be where I'm promoting my water bottle, but it could also be where I'm bringing content from outside sources that say the same thing. You know, there's plenty of lifestyle magazines that tell you, get a bottle to help you drink more water. And so use those outside sources that don't promote either your product specifically or a competitor. Of course, you don't want that. But generally promote the use of your product or sustain the use of your product or service, the need for it. And all of that can help you raise your authority in front of your audience. Now, the second strategy that I wanted to talk about is how you need to schedule your content at the right time. And I'm not referring to just scheduling it according to best practices, because we all know each social media network has its own best practices. Facebook likes 1 hour, Instagram likes another hour. They're different based on their audiences. But also, you need to look at your own audience. When is Peter online? When is Anna online? Look at your audience, look at your insights on Facebook or on Instagram, wherever your audience is, and see when your audience is online, and focus on that together with the best practices to kind of figure out the best times when you're supposed to post. And you'd be surprised, but there are several businesses where they need to post in the evening, for instance, and most of them just post in the morning because, you know, that's when I'm at the office, that's when I'm doing the posting, and my audience is online in the evenings. So I'm missing the point, like that.
Yeah, that's one of the features I really liked when I started using it, was sort of like the analytics that shows you, okay, not necessarily which post is getting the best engagement, you know, the highest clicks, or the likes or anything like that, but the recommendations on when you should post, and then also on which channel. And so that is it's sort of a game changer, because now you're not really just wasting all of your effort on just trying to get content out there,
Especially,
but now you do it in a smart. But now you can do it in a smart way,
yeah,
on each channel.
yeah, and it's especially useful because, for instance, Instagram changes their algorithm like all the time, and most of them do these days. And so it's very easy for things to get lost. And with the amount of content that's coming in, you want to make sure that, one, you're catching your audience's eye, and two, you're doing it at the right time. And that's a recap of what we've been talking up until now.
So,
Cool.
Question here from Joanna: how do we find out when our audience is online?
So that depends on each platform. For Facebook, you should look at your analytics, and that should include normally both Facebook and Instagram. But Instagram also has their own analytics in the app. Most platforms do. However, I'm not sure if LinkedIn does for personal profiles. That's a little more tricky to use. But I'm just gonna go with the most widely used, which is Facebook. They have something called Insights in their analytics, and in there you should see a tab. I believe it's called People or Likes or things like that. And it's going to tell you exactly when the people who liked your page are online each day of the week. And so, you notice that maybe Monday is not such a good day for posting, but rather Friday it is at 3 p.m. Who would have thought? Things like that.
And then Susanna had a question here. They say the social media platforms prefer and are more likely to promote content created natively. Have you noticed anything like that? And I think Susanna, I think what you mean by natively, meaning not scheduled posts,
On
is
Facebook or on Instagram. Yes, I know. It's a question that we get again and again on a daily basis. I swear to God. So I have it memorized by heart by now. No, the truth is there is no difference. If they didn't want third-party tools, schedulers, to use them, they wouldn't have opened up their API for us to integrate with them in the first place. So it wouldn't have been legal, so to speak, to be able to schedule content on social media. In this case, because SocialBee and other tools like SocialBee use the official API, it's not an issue. So that's completely a myth.
Okay, and then podcasters directory, is there an integration with Bonjoro and SocialBee? Rich from Atlanta. Currently there isn't, but that's something that, we kind of like, hey, wouldn't it be cool
It would.
if somebody engaged with, your social media, maybe they sent you a DM or something, maybe you can get a notification, Bonjoro. It's something that, hey, we just barely started touching, on the surface
Mm.
about Rich. But if and when that does happen, of course, we will let everybody know. That said, Anca, you want to go on to the second strategy here?
Yes, absolutely. All I wanted to say about the integration with Bonjoro is that maybe we can create a Zap in the meantime. Maybe that could help.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. We're integrated with more than 1,000 different tech stacks through
Mhm.
Zapier. So maybe
Pretty
Zapier
cool.
could be a
Yeah.
solution to this.
Awesome. So going back to the strategy, you need to schedule your content at the right time. And I gave you a few tips on how you can do that. Check the social media analytics. Make sure you follow the best practices for each networks, and create a posting schedule that's not identical on every social platform. You don't want to have the same audience going on to Facebook, seeing your post, then switching to Instagram and seeing your post again. Because what do you do when you see that? You go, ugh, I don't want that. And so you don't want to do that.
I've been guilty of that.
You want to
I'm
make
not doing it as much anymore, but in the past I used to do that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it can lead very easily to audience fatigue. And so you definitely don't want to do that. But you can mix and match with SocialBee, and you can create a schedule based on your categories. So if you say have a category called Motivation Monday, few businesses have it, especially if you're a motivational coach or something like that, you're going to have something like this. Maybe not specifically this, but something similar. And in that case, you'd want to post a Motivation Monday post every Monday instead of going to your calendar and figuring out, oh, what date is next Monday? And what date is the Monday after that? Oh, and that third Monday in April? Instead of that, you just schedule each category on a Monday, and that's it. Your posts are queued up in the category, and you don't have to worry about. You just make sure that you have content in that category for it to go out, and SocialBee does your job for you. Just as easy as that.
Yeah, and I think that answers Rosie's question there. Is it okay to share the same post on all platforms? It is, but at the same
Not
time,
at the same
no.
time.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can mix and match. You can have the same post on multiple platforms, but maybe if you're sharing it Monday at 8 on Facebook, go ahead and share it Wednesday at 5 on Instagram, not at the same time.
Yep. Question from Podcasters Directory, Rich again. If we have a team member posting for our brand, do we have to give them our login info?
So that depends on the plan that you're on. In SocialBee, we do have plans that are more for solopreneurs or small businesses that don't necessarily need multiple users. But then we also have plans for people who need a team in there. And we also have services where we create the content for you. We help you with all of that so that you don't need a team of your own. There are several ways in which we can help there.
I'm laughing because it sounds just like Bonjoro. I mean, we have services where we help people with their video. We'll create the videos for them and get them out if they don't have teams to do that. It's just like, oh my God,
Why
we
we
do the
work
same
so
thing.
well.
Okay. Okay. So where are we at right now, Anca? Let's see.
So we have
Should we
one
try the
more
next slide?
strategy to go. Do I have any other questions now, or do I just go to the strategy?
Oh, they'll come in. Keep them coming in, people. You have more questions for Anca, just go ahead and write them in the chat room. But in the meantime, you have strategy number 3 here.
Awesome. So the last strategy that I wanted to give you is that you can use as little as a few dollars a day to boost your highest performing content, especially if it's Facebook, Instagram. They're all pay to play these days. And unfortunately, that's the reality. You're not going to get much reach. I think the average reach is below zero point 0.5 at the moment on Facebook for a post.
What does that mean, 0.5?
So 0.5% of your audience will see that post organically.
It's that low?
It's that low. Yeah. I mean, don't quote me on the actual number because I'm not sure exactly what the number is, but it's definitely below 1.
Oh my God.
It's
I
very
thought it was somewhere around like 20 or 30%.
no. It's low. So basically, the bigger your business is, the more followers you have, the less people see it organically.
Yeah.
Because it's such a pay-to-play platform.
Yeah. So I have like 10 friends. None of them may even see it if I post something.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And especially if you're not posting at the right time.
That's right. It's very, very true.
So yeah,
Very, very true.
instead of going and investing a lot of money in ads, which may or may not bring you revenue, which of course is important and you should definitely do that as well as part of your strategy, but you can also just save a small amount of your budget to go and boost your posts that are performing well. So if you see a post that has, I don't know, you have a 2,000 likes page, let's say, and you see a post that has already reached about 500 of your audience members, you should go ahead and post and boost that. And it's very easy to do that because it only requires a minimum of $1 a day for your audience. So you don't even have to spend a lot. You just go dollar by dollar, so to speak, and you identify your best performing posts and then you boost them to make sure you fully optimize their reach. And
is that $1 a day? Is that hold for each platform like Instagram and Facebook and TikTok? Is that recommended across those 3?
For TikTok, I'm not sure because TikTok is different. It's not a Meta company. However, Instagram and Facebook both belong to Meta, and yes, they usually have around the same
Okay.
money. I'm seeing someone hearing that they have no sound. Is it me?
I don't know. I know Rosie's having a little bit of trouble there. Is anybody else not hearing us here?
Oh no.
Okay. So Rosie, the replay. Okay, it looks like we're pretty good here. I'm just going to let her know, Rosie, try going out and coming back. I think we're good. I can leave the stage and then come back in. I'll try that. I'm just going to say, Rosie, the replay will be out after this.
Awesome. So in case if the majority is good, then I guess we can keep going. And yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Cool. So I was going to say that whenever you're looking at your posts, it might be cumbersome to go on each platform and look at what's performing. So again, you can go into your SocialBee account, and this is where you can look at your dashboard. We have an analytics dashboard that's currently being revamped and bringing in even more information. And you can just go, let's say, on your Facebook page, look at your top performing posts there, and you can see what your posts have, how your posts have performed, and what are your top performing posts for a given period of time. So it can be the last 14 days, it can be the last month, it can be the month of reference that you want within your SocialBee account. And you can look at the analytics of your content, and you can see that each post has their own stats there, depending on what platform you're using. They may be more, they may be less. So Facebook, for instance, offers the reactions, comments, and shares. Instagram also gives you reach, impressions, I believe. They have, I think, people who visited your profile. Twitter shares retweets and things like that. So there are different analytics on different platforms that you can look at. Now, based on your KPIs and on what's performing here, you can go ahead and boost those posts and grab more of your audience's attention. And that's it from me when it comes to the strategy part. Now, I'm going to share with you a few examples and case studies of how other people have leveraged SocialBee. And I'm going to do this quickly. So I have one example here for real estate users. For instance, Pat has created, Pat is an actual customer of ours, and he has created a strategy where he has 6 main pillars or categories: news, experiences, quotes, which can provide some entertainment to your audience. Then they have some real estate, which is actually the promotional part. They have some blogs from RSS, because you can automate content coming into SocialBee so that you don't have to work on it on a daily basis. And they also offer some other valuable information. Now, for entrepreneurs, it could be a mix of testimonials, it could be educational posts that provide value, that put you in a thought leadership position with your audience. They can have maybe a promotional content that promotes booking a demo, for instance. For bloggers, it could be recycling your content so that you make sure you're not using too much of your time creating new content. So for instance, if a food blogger were to use SocialBee, they would create a category called recipes, and they would recycle the content in there so that all of their recipes could constantly be shared on their social media. And that's it from me. Eric, you have the floor.
All right. Okay, let's see here. Let's jump right into it here. I'm actually going to go to the first strategy here. I have my slides mixed up here. I'm going to talk about customer success stories. Why do people use Bonjoro? Why are people sending out personalized videos to their audience, to a prospect, a lead, a new customer, a new student? So one example here is an online business coach. Her name is Tracy Phillips, and she was sending out automated emails trying to get people to join her Facebook community where she can nurture them, engage with them, and try to provide, valuable, tips and education. And she was getting around a 7% sign-up rate when using email. Then she started sending personalized videos using Bonjoro. That sign-up rate, that activation rate jumped to 55%. And the other thing that she noticed too was that the time, the activation time for a paid customer went from like 3 months, it went down to like 5 days or less, right? And so the key takeaway there is that when somebody sees you, through a personal video, that trust factor increases, it just accelerates the trust factor. They get to know you. They get to know that you're genuine. They get to know that you're not just some number that they're looking at in the data. They're addressing you, your first name. They took time out of their day to send you a message. And so people really like that. And that's how powerful sending a personal video can be. Whether, you get 1 or 2 prospects a day, leads a day, or maybe 20 or 30. Tracy sends out probably anywhere from 10 to 30 videos a day, depending on if she has any sort of campaigns or anything going on. But to send a video, to record it, really takes less than a minute. I'm actually going to show you how it's done in just a second. And so it becomes part of your workday. And it's one of the best parts of your workday. You're engaging with your fans and with your customers, and the response rate is tremendous. People reply either through text or they can reply through video without having to download anything. And so you get a lot more engagement and feedback also from using personalized video. Another example I want to share with you is Bewilderbeast. They're an e-commerce company out of the UK. And one of the things that they noticed pretty quickly was they got a lot more testimonials and positive customer reviews within a very short time frame from sending out Bonjoros. And so the great thing is you're not just sending a video out, you're also including a call to action. So in Tracy's example, her call to action was join my Facebook community. And Eon's example from Bewilderbeast here, it was, hey, if you like us, give me a customer review or testimonial. And so the number of reviews for his store jumped up dramatically. And he's also saw a rise and an increase, not just in purchases, but also repeat customers. He also told us the story of how he really believes it was the power of personal video that took a $3 purchase into a $1,000 customer because that fan or the person receiving the video was just so surprised and delighted that they ended up coming back and spending and buying a lot more from him. So I want to show you real quickly. Let me try to share my screen here and show you Eon's example of what one of his videos looks like. And you can get an idea of what a customer onboarding video is. And he's being so genuine, authentic. And I think you can see my screen here. Anca, can you see my screen?
Not yet, actually.
Let's see here. You need to enable system permissions. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
I don't think I have my permissions enabled here. Let's see here. Go to the webinar. You want to go into the stage at the bottom, sharing your screen. Okay, let me just try this real quick. Share screen.
Maybe if you just share a tab, that could work.
Let's see here. How about now?
Not yet.
Yep. Okay. Okay, Chris, how about now? We could see it. Is it there?
I've never seen it, so nope.
Nope. Oh, this is a bummer because I also want to show you behind the.
Share like a link or something that I can share my screen then.
Let's see here. Let me just try it one more time. Okay, that can work. Let me send you the link, and I'll put it right here in the chat room. And let's see if you can share your screen with that link. Okay.
Yep. In a second.
Okay. And this is Eon sending a customer onboarding welcome message. He's in the e-commerce store here. Go ahead and share it here.
Okay, so do I play it, right?
Yeah, go ahead and play.
George, hello. How you doing? As you may or may not have guessed, it is Ian from Wildebeest here. Hope that you're in fine form, and just a very quick message to say thank you very much for joining the elite and exclusive club that is The Confusion. Absolutely brilliant. Delighted to have you join in there. You will receive instructions through the post shortly to go to the local park at midnight, to the third bench on the left, and click your heels twice and sing the first line of an Ariana Grande song, and that will alert the watcher nearby to leave you the note at the dead drop, which will give you your login details. Unless you've already set up your login details, in which case you're fine. But you will hopefully receive a few short introductory emails over the next couple of weeks, and then usually once a month, I send out a newsletter, which is a pretty bad joke, but I'm sticking with it. And in that newsletter, there'll be sneak peeks behind the scenes, weird random competitions we're doing, giveaways, special deals and offers, only available to people like your good self in The Confusion, and the general daft goings on at Wildebeest HQ, of which there are many. So hopefully you'll find that entertaining. But if you have any suggestions or ideas or bad jokes, please do fire them at me. I would love to hear them, especially the bad jokes. And yeah, in the meantime, have a fantastic weekend. even better week ahead. And yeah, I look forward to catch up with you. All right. Cheers, George. See you on the flip side. Bye-bye.
So that's Ian from Bewilderbeast. As you can see, he's really funny. He has a lot of fun with this. A couple of things about this here is that you can brand the video landing page with your branding. He's got his branding right there with Bewilderbeast, or it could just be blank. But if you want to put your logo there or any branding, you can do that. The other thing too that I had mentioned earlier is that you can include a call to action. And if you notice right there next to the video on the right-hand side, right below the message there's leave a Google review. And that's how he was able to get so many Google reviews within a short amount of time. So that call to action could be anything. Maybe you're trying to book more calls, right? And so you could tell the person, oh, just schedule a time with me, and very easily they can click that button, go to your Calendly or whatever calendar you're using, right? Or whatever else that you want to put there. So the call to action that you get from personal videos is significantly higher than you would experience just through regular automated text email. And not only that, we make it very easy for somebody to respond either through text or video as well. So the engagement factor is just very, very high when using personal video. I wanted to show you behind the scenes on how to record and send a video, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that because I'm unable to share my screen. But Eon, his videos tend to be a little bit longer than the average Bonjoro user. The average Bonjoro video is probably about 30 to 45 seconds. I send at least 20 out a day and average like 30 seconds each, right? But you can take up to 10 minutes if you want. So if you want your video to be a little bit longer, it could. We recommend somewhere between 30 seconds to 60 seconds to get the video out. And so let me go back to the presentation here.
I was gonna say that I felt like my name was George with that message. I swear.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay. Yeah. So what can you expect from using Bonjoro and sending out more personalized video? Higher conversions, right? Better customer loyalty, more referrals, more testimonials. You know, whatever the goal of your business is, personal video is going to really help you increase that or scale that. And because we have the integrations with so many different tech stacks, we integrate directly with ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, Aweber, ConvertKit, Thinkific, Pipedrive, so many other ones. And if we don't have a direct integration, we have a lot of integrations through Zapier, like with Kajabi or some other platform. So through Zapier, you can still get a Bonjoro notification to send out a video if you want to use Zapier as well. So that said, I do want to, before we get into the Q&A and the other I guess special offers that Anca and I have to share with you, I do just want to say, just like Anca said to you guys, if anybody has any questions whatsoever, or even wants to do a quick demo, they can always message me at Eric, ERIC, @bonjoro.com. So that said, questions about SocialBee, questions about Bonjoro. Let's see here.
Questions about social media.
Thanks, Renee. Yeah, explain products to new customers, invite repeat customers to a weekly Zoom call. That's pretty cool. That's a cool idea. I haven't heard that one yet. And yes, we do have a Shopify integration. And Renee, I'll let you in on a little secret here. We are working behind the scenes right now to enhance our integration with Shopify. So we're going to actually have a direct Bonjoro app on the Shopify store. And it's going to look pretty cool. You'll be able to do a lot with it. I'm getting ahead of myself, but anyway, it should be out in a couple of months. It's going to look really nice. I think you're going to like it. Yep. Okay.
Awesome. That sounds lovely.
Well, let's go ahead and share what we want to share here. So let's see here, and feel free to ask any questions. Is it limited to one-to-one videos? So it's really designed for one-to-one videos, but it's not limited to one-to-one videos. We also have what we call roll-ups, where you can send the same video up to 10 people, right? And if you wanted to do a mass send, you can record a video with our Chrome recorder or upload a video to the Bonjoro video library and then get a link to that video. And then you can basically copy and paste that link and include it and an email that you want to send out. Maybe you want to send out an email to 1,000 people or more, but you can include that link there. Whenever somebody clicks that, they'll go over to your Bonjoro branded video page and they can see the video there. Thanks, Jeffrey, for the question. Good question. Anybody else have any questions? Feel free to write them in there. I guess first off, we do have a special offer from Bonjoro. Instead of a short free trial period, you can get a 1 month free trial period if you use the code SocialBee1MNTH free at the checkout. This is redeemable until April 30th. Of course, you can just go to bonjoro.com if you wanted to sign up for the free trial and take advantage of that offer.
Yeah, before I go to my offer, there's another question. So if you want to address that, still by Jeffrey, or do you want to address it after?
Yeah, so Jeffrey, I mean, when somebody goes to YouTube, you know, they got all the recommended videos on the side for YouTube. You can't really put a call to action, you know, alongside your video. That's going to be very clear, you know, very precise, and the attention span. The most valuable thing that you have is that person's attention. So that's a risk that you're going to take if you send them to YouTube, because there's so many other videos that they could click on. Whereas, just like you saw with Ian from Bewilderbeast, he's got a specific dedicated branded page that the person is focused on. It's only his video. Where that person sees the video. Also, you know, the key thing here, and I don't know if I got this across, but the key thing about Bonjoro is that you're able to send out videos at the perfect time. So whenever somebody makes a purchase on your store, whenever somebody subscribes to a newsletter, let's say you have deals going through a sales cycle in Pipedrive and a deal has been updated, or you're using HubSpot, right? You can get a notification on when a trigger occurs based on when something happens in your CRM or whatever tech stack is occurring. And that trigger, you can get a notification if you're using a mobile app. And so you get a notification on your mobile app, you can quickly record and shoot the video on your mobile app, done, less than a minute. And you don't have to worry about, you know, recording a video, uploading it somewhere else, then bothering trying to get the link and then email it out. You know, that's very cumbersome. So that's one of the key features of Bonjoro versus trying to do, you know, record a video on YouTube and sending out that link.
Yes,
that's right. The email is sent from Bonjoro, record, and done. Okay. Any other questions here? Let's see. Thanks so much, Renee.
Yeah, that seems interesting. So right now, my mind is spinning on how we could be using Bonjoro for our deals, because our customer success team does these demo calls where we walk people through the platform and we talk to them about the strategy and all of that. And I think it could be an interesting usage of Bonjoro there.
Yeah, a lot of people use it to increase their demo rates. Mm-hmm. So we had one company, it was a SaaS company. Their sales demo webinars was averaging around 42% attendance rate. And they were wondering how could they increase that? Once they started using Bonjoro's, it went up to about 60%. And because of that, that actually added another $20,000 in their monthly recurring revenue. Mm-hmm. Just from, you know, I think it was maybe 3 or 4 sales reps that were sending out Bonjoros, telling people that they were excited to have them on the webinar. And if there was anything specific or any questions that they wanted to know about, just to respond to the video and ask away. And so they saw their attendance rates increase. Plus they were making those webinars just a lot more engaging because they were addressing, you know, the questions that people wanted to know about or learn about, you know, while they were there on the webinar. So I think it definitely, you know, for your one-to-one demos, or I mean, not one-to-one demos, but your demos in particular, mm-hmm. A lot of people use it for that.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. And now my mind is just going on all over the place to figure out how we could integrate it best.
Yeah. So Joanna, a question there about a Bonjoro video. So what you could do, because the personal video is triggered through email from Bonjoro, but what you could do is either upload a video to Bonjoro or record a video through the Bonjoro Chrome recorder extension. And it's a free download. and you record a video, and you take the link to that video, and you could basically copy and paste that link and send it through a Facebook direct message. And so that's the workaround there.
That's cool. Okay, so while other questions are coming in, Eric, what I was thinking is that maybe you could add the link to your offer in the chat so that it's easier for people to click on it. And I'm gonna do the same with mine. Which, by the way, for SocialBee, for people who want to try SocialBee, we do have a 30-day extended trial. And you can sign up for the trial on the link that I'm sharing right now in the chat. And you'll also be getting a 50% discount on the first 3 months on your SocialBee plan, whether it's the lowest plan, the highest plan, the one that you want, the one that works for you, by using the code SUPERFANS50x3 when you check out. And if you by any chance forget to use it, or there's something happening there, you can always email us at hello@socialbee.io, and we'll be more than happy to assist with anything there. Jeffrey's already saying that they took advantage of our offer, which I'm really happy to hear. Welcome to the hive. That's something that we usually say. It's fun to make jokes like that. We also had a joke at some point when our CEO was doing the webinars, the walkthrough webinars. He used to drink a lot of water, and people in the chat have been playing a game. Take a sip every time Ovi takes a sip.
Yeah, I'm chatting with him on Thursday. He's going to be on my podcast. I'm excited about that.
I can't wait to hear that. Well, watch out for the sips.
I'm wondering now if he's going to be drinking water. And the thing is I like drinking water too. I think I've already had like 2 sips during this webinar because your mouth gets dry.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
well, he's gonna have like 2 mugs during a talk.
This will be fun to see who drinks more.
Yeah.
I only drink sparkling water. Yeah. I only drink sparkling water. So is he a tap water kind of guy or a sparkling water kind of guy?
I don't know, actually. I don't know that much.
Yeah.
I think tap.
I'll find out. And if anybody's in the chat that wants to send me a case of Topo Chico, because they don't sell Topo Chico here in Romania, it's a type of sparkling water. Mm-hmm. I will get you a 3-month free trial Bonjoro. Send me a case of Topo Chico, and I will get you a 3-month.
The game is on.
We do have affiliate programs. Let me pull up that link right now, and we'll love to see you in our affiliate program. We just actually wrote out Bonjour Bootcamp, and it's our new affiliate program where over the course of a few days, you hear the tips and strategies of our top affiliate performers and how they grow their business and their clients' businesses using Bonjoro. I had a great time putting this together. It's definitely some rock stars that you're going to be hearing from. So let me get you that affiliate link. Does SocialBee have an affiliate program too?
Yes, we do. I was just actually looking up the link in case you asked. Yes, we do. We have an affiliate program. We offer a 20% commission that's in perpetuity for any tool purchases or tool referrals. And then for the service part, we also have a 10% there. Again, so it's recurring. As long as the referral stays with us, you'll get a commission on there. And I'm just adding the link here. It should be popping up now.
Right. Yeah, there's both links there.
Yeah, it's always a good idea to have affiliate programs. I feel like they could make a lot of people happy.
Yeah, they do. We every day we get a new referral in, at least from our affiliate partners. And I heard something about affiliate partners where, you ever heard of the 80-20 rule?
Yes, I use it all the time.
Well, someone told me, but for the affiliate partnership program, it's more like the 98-2 rule, 98-2. Where like 2% are going to drive 98% of all your leads. Ours is not quite like that. I think ours is probably like 95-5 maybe. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a little different.
Speaking of 20
go ahead.
Sorry, I just wanted to go back to the webinar for a second. Because speaking of the 80-20 rule, you could use this to create your pillars, because you could go for the 20% promotional content, and then the 80%, which the rest of your content could be educational and entertaining and all of that. And that way you can focus on your promotional content and make sure you're not oversharing, so that you're not driving it to audience fatigue. Just a
Yeah,
thought.
yeah. I read somewhere it's like when you use SocialBee, it's kind of like a jab, jab, jab hook, sort of like.
Gary Vee reference. I actually have the book. Hold on.
Is that from him?
Yes.
I had no idea. I know who Gary Vee is. He's coming to Bucharest in a couple of
Yeah,
months.
friend mine. Yeah.
And I know he's all about like social media and content and all that, but I didn't know that he had a book called that. That's so funny.
Yes, it does. And it's a very good book. I recommend it.
Yeah, cool. Very, very cool. When people receive an email from Bonjoro, do they see just a video with a play button, or is it possible to have an animated GIF, like waiver or something? So people are going to see an animated GIF, and so it appears like it's a live video. And once they click on the animated GIF, it says, play here to watch the video or something like that. Then they're going to click there, and they're going to go to your branded landing page where they can watch the video. They're also going to see a template that you can create beforehand that has a pre-written message. And so the purposes of templates is that you can create different templates for different audiences. So let's say you had a lead magnet that was specifically about social media, right? How to increase your social media followers or something. And so you can have a pre-written template and subject line to go alongside your video that is about social media, right? Or you're drawing somebody into another lead magnet that's about Google Analytics or something. And so that message in that template could be about Google Analytics. So at the time of recording, you can click on a drop-down menu and select which template you want to use. For me, when I send out onboarding welcome emails, because Bonjoro pulls in all of the data that is coming through whatever CRM that you have it synced with, it could pull in the person's industry, how they found us, of course, name and title, the location, the city that they live in, if there was any sort of referral, any sort of campaign or whatever. Very quickly, I can see this information about the person I'm sending a video to, and many times I'll actually have specific templates for that person. So I've got templates set up for people who found Bonjour that are in SaaS. They're a software company, that are an online creator, that are a business coach, that are in education. And so all of my welcome videos, the script is a little bit different, and the video message templates are different because I know exactly the type of persona I'm speaking to. And so that helps a lot, especially if you're getting people from various different industries and you want your message to be very personalized and really targeted for that person. So I wanted to show you guys that behind the scenes, but unfortunately we couldn't do that because of the sharing screen thing. But also where along the funnel they found you. Maybe you got some people that are top of the funnel and you want to have a different message for them versus people that found you through like a paid search ad or something, and your message is going to be a little bit different for them. So that's a cool thing about Bonjoro, is that you can have those different message templates to go alongside your video.
Awesome. So those templates are kind of like the script of your video. You don't have to think of it on the spot, right?
Yeah, because once you create the video, the message template, you already know. Here's an example. For Eon, he's an example. I get an e-commerce company that said that wants to be, that signed up for a free trial, and I know it's an e-commerce, and so I'll do my, hey, how you doing? Happy Tuesday, Eric here from Bonjoro. Hope you're having a great day. Have any questions? Don't hesitate to reach out. Also, by the way, check out this story about this e-commerce company that turned a $3 purchase into a $1,000 customer. Click the button right there to see the article. I think you're going to find it very, very interesting. So that message is very, very targeted to that industry, to that person. And that really, really helps with the engagement rates, the click rates, the close rates, really, really targeting them. Yeah, because you're sending that person to a customer success story. It's something that they can relate to.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
personal. It seems like, a one-on-one interaction.
Yeah. So Gerard, we have a start guide, and it kind of takes you through all the things that you should do to really get started off right. If you're using Bonjoro, step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. And then we also have a series of emails that go out that are educational. But again, let me write my email address. Anytime that you want to do a one-to-one demo, I'd be more than happy to jump on a Zoom call and take you through the platform, make sure you're set up correctly, answer any questions that you have, and just kind of show you some best practices as well. And so anybody can take advantage of that. You just feel free to message me at eric@bonjoro.com.
Awesome. I think the next slide is exactly that. The emails that people can reach out to. So it's hello@socialbee.io on our end and eric@bonjoro.com. That was supposed to be .com.
Yeah,
Yeah.
eric@bonjoro.com. I can't use the excuse, hey, it's 9 p.m. here, because I created these slides like yesterday morning, right?
Well, it was morning. It was too early then, and it's too late now. It's okay.
Yeah, that was with the 3-year-old screaming in my head, and I hadn't had coffee yet. So that
Do you
was
know what's funny? You showed me this earlier, and I didn't notice, and now I did.
yeah. Well, that always happens.
Yeah. It's what makes this authentic, because otherwise it would have been just too scripted, too set in stone, and we don't want that. We want something natural.
That's how I do my videos. They're all just natural and genuine here. Sometimes I'm doing when I'm walking like on a busy street in Bucharest, and the cars are honking behind me, and I'm like, you're so lucky you don't have to drive in this mess. It's just awful. Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay. Joanna, thank you. Tyler, Gerard, thank you guys so much. The replay is going to go out. The discount codes are going to go out in the replay email to follow probably in about an hour after this. And again, you need to get in touch with us, hello@socialbee.io or eric@bonjoro.com. Everybody, this was a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us.
So nice.
Anca, thank you so much. I will probably catch up with you later on this week or whatever. All right, guys. Everyone,
enjoy your
signing
day,
off.
enjoy your evening wherever you're from. Have a nice rest of your day.
I know. Good morning and good afternoon and good night.
Yep. All in one.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.